Welcome back to On Scene Sports TV. My name is Coach Javon Parchment, and today's show we will interview Errol Stephenson, and the title says "Unveils Ambitions, Ambitious Plans to Elevate Grassroots Football, plus Securing Financial Stability After the Game." All right, I think this video will help a lot of players to understand how to be financially stable after the game, and also to for the persons in Errol Stevenson area and why Jamaica will get the benefit of his plans in terms of elevating and fixing the grassroots, which is a, a decade problem in Jamaica. With no further ado, I want to add him to the channel, Errol Stevenson, and he is right here in studio. Pick up yourself, Errol. Welcome to Unseen Sports TV.
Hey man, thanks for having me and good day to your viewers. I just want to say it's Errol Stevens, but I'm used to the
Errol
Stevens thing.
Stevens.
Yeah, man, I'm used to the Stevenson. It's just people are said it.
Okay,
Yeah,
Errol
man, no,
Stevens.
Stevens, no problem. So yeah, man, thanks for having me.
I will fix that. I will fix the title when I'm finished. Don't worry
Yeah,
yourself.
man, no problem.
Yeah. So you could tell the people more about yourself, and the appointment that you got in the JFF and how you became a part of the JFF to be responsible for grassroots in northeastern area of the region in football. Just tell them a little bit about yourself.
And so for those who don't know me, I'm Errol Stevens, former national player and international player. Spent some years in Russia, Vietnam, Thailand, and I retired back in 2018. When I came home, I actually started my own academy with grassroots kids, coaching and entering tournaments in St. Ann, as I live in Prairie, Richmond area. Yeah, and that's how I first started into football when I got back home. Realizing that there weren't much opportunity for the smaller kids, and from my experience, even in Russia, I would see kids coming in from age 4 into my Premier League club in Russia, coming 3 times a week, learning football. And growing up, I think I started football. My first time going on a field was actually when I played Pepsi when I was 12 years old. And that's when I started to learn things that I should have learned from, like I would say, grassroots stages. So I have 2 boys, and it's my dream to see them play the sport. Not saying I'm forcing them, but it's just a dream. And they love it naturally because they're in the environment. So seeing that, I decided that I would start with them. So I started coaching my 2 boys, and it kept growing. Hence, I was approached by Mount Pleasant to come and be a part of
Your
their
program.
academy. And
Yes.
they were looking into starting a grassroots program as well. So I took up that job, and all my kids are here at Mount Pleasant. Other kids in the parish are here, and we have a grassroots programs every Saturday. And it has been wonderful and great seeing the kids being able to show them stuff that, and not even show them stuff, just being able to correct things early, or introduce them to the proper technique early, because a lot of stuff that I had in my game, or was a part of my game, I had to correct them later on. Bad habits, because us as kids, we just go to the football field, play, and we don't learn things the correct way. So sometimes we have to be correcting things, which if we had that support from early, then it would have been much easier to develop in the right way.
So,
So
so,
yeah,
so it's a difference. I'm just going to the field and play ball and going to learn. A big
hmm
difference there.
big difference there, because when they do stuff, we can say, hey, this, you could do it this way, and we give them that option. We ask them and look at them, and you would be surprised what a 4 year would tell you when you give them 2 options to do something the way they're doing it and your way, and they figure it out with time, and you can see that they will stand a better chance of becoming a professional compared to a kid who's just running up and down and not getting the proper technique in and learning stuff early enough. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you are now a part of the JFF now. Like, what came to your mind when you think about going there to work with them in and then taking up the post of responsible for grassroots football? How that
Well,
come about?
All right, to be honest, it wasn't first about grassroots football. I first had to run in the region of St. Mary and Portland to be the chairman for this region, which I ran against Mr. Pearson. With the support of Mount Pleasant as I'm here and the work I've been putting in, I was offered the opportunity to go there. I won that seat. And I would say I gave a great speech at the election. Yes, because I'm passionate about.
Give it to the word now you use with it.
To be
I can
honest,
tell them say.
it's just the passion. Anybody who knows me know I love football. I get up every day and I only think about football. So, and being a farmer player, and because the region is lacking in grassroots football and football in general compared to for the U13s, 15, 17. Since I've lived in Centre, I haven't seen one tournament play across this region in that age group. So it was easy for me to share with the voters that I had an academy. I've been taking kids outside of St. Anne with my own money, Milo competitions to Kingston. And the people see that I'm serious about football. So I think that was one of the reasons why I was able to win that vote. Getting in that position just moved me on to being a part of being a board member at the JFF. And yeah, I am currently on the committee there for the grassroots. And as I say, I'm newly elected and I've only been to one board meeting thus far. We have a few others coming up, and high on the agenda for me is actually starting off programs in this region for the kids, whether it's twice a month between the three parishes and getting the kids
And,
actively coming out.
and what age would you start from? Like, what age would you start from?
To be honest, I'd say anywhere between from 4 to 12. That would be the main focus for the grassroots. And then, between those parishes, we like to have under 14, under 13, under 15, under 17 regional tournaments. So, for example, we'd have a few teams from St. and few from St. Mary, Portland playing off against each other. Yeah.
So before you can implement your strategies and your plans, you must then do a SWOT analysis to find out the different threats,
Mm-hmm.
different you'd say weaknesses
Weaknesses is.
and stuff that is not happening in this area that causing and it's a Jamaica thing, but we're just
Mm-hmm.
breaking it down to your area that you are responsible for. What is the cause of grassroots not really doing what it should be doing in northeastern region?
To be honest, at first, maybe the resources would be the first sign. I'm not sure how much funding has been going into grassroots because, to be honest, not everybody wants to coach that age group, the smaller kids. Everybody wants to be either in the Premier League or older people. The kids don't get much attention when it comes to football. It's either the Manning Cup or the DaCosta Cup. But in terms of grassroots, there isn't much funding for that. So I think that would be the first barrier to get past.
But that cannot be the way out, and that's the reason why we're not doing so well in terms of developing great talent out of Jamaica, because there's no way you can neglect the base, the root of the plant. You don't treat the root of the plant properly when the fruit bear. Like how many of the fruit will be good quality to eat?
Yes, and that is you well said. As I said, the earlier we start training the kids, the higher chance we have of getting better talents, getting better technical players. As Arsene Wenger would say, if by the time you're 14, you're not technical enough, you have no chance in the professional world. So if we start kids off from 4, 5, 6 years old in environments 2 times, and you don't need a lot of time, maybe 2 times a week is good enough for a 4-year-old to a 12-year-old. They will develop a lot between that space of time. And I think, as I say, I think that's what we're neglecting. We want the talents, but we don't want to invest into the young ones early enough.
And you look at the coaching in this region. Like at the primary level, I think JFF and they should be applauded for seeing that the issue in terms of coaching, Errol,
Mm-hmm.
and but I just think that monetarily, the compensation for the coaches at this level is one of the factors that driving away proper, I would say, coaches who understand to coach at this level. What's your thought on that?
Yeah, totally agree. Like I said, it's a lack of funding in this age group. Most of the time, like I said, I started it and I had to fund it myself. Luckily, I am somebody who has the resources to do that, but not many coaches have that. Hence why coaches tend to push for the Dakar Cup or the Money Cup. At least there they can be compensated enough. So like I said, if there is funding put in place for coaches to coach these age group, then you'll have better coaches coaching these kids. And like I said, you need good quality coaching the kids who are smaller because you want them to learn the right things early. If you look at any international player that we call from overseas, DeMario Gray or any one of those players, I'm sure if you check their background, they came up through a good grassroots program. And I think locally we are lacking that. As I said, most of our best talents, as we'd say, skimmage ball of them. We just play some ball and we're very skillful. Myself is that. Perfect. I grew up just playing street ball, then started playing Pepsi. And now looking back, in Pepsi, I wasn't necessarily coached to develop. I was coached to win games. So my
Oh,
yeah,
so
so
that's
my
the big
coach,
issue.
that's a big issue. So my coach would take us, and the idea would be to try to win Pepsi. So it wasn't about developing Errol to say, all right, Errol,
Which
left foot
school
is
was
good.
that, by the way? Which
Greater
school
Poma
was
High
that?
School.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So I got a lot of beat up, 14 and 16. But my development wasn't Errol, let me work on your left foot. And it shows, and it goes a far way to show you because I came from Greater Poma High School. I can't name two good talent that come up through. It's not a school known for football. But at the time, everything was trying to win. Not hey, is Errol can Errol make a 30-yard pass with his left foot? No, he cannot. Let me work on him and try to develop Errol in that area. I think it was more me being self motivated that got me thus far because I was bent on improving. So, like I said, if we are improving players individually to make them better players, then we'll get better quality at the end of the day. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's good that you can, you reach the higher heights in terms of football, like pro level. In Russia and Vietnam, playing at high level football. Just really look back at where you're from, where you came from, and learning the game, and can come and tell the people and say, "Hey, we are not doing the right thing at the youth level." And
Mm-hmm.
this is the reason why we have so much issues for players to make it overseas or make it our whole on a contract.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what do you think that we can do to improve the grassroots?
To be honest, I think if we can get all the well, to be honest, there are things in place already currently. I can tell you that I go to Kingston. I have to say Kingston because that is where the mecca of football in Jamaica. There are a lot of grassroots programs being played every month. You have youth sevens, you have the ballers, you have the ECAs, you have the KFAs, all of these academies per se are pushing grassroots. Mount Pleasant is currently pushing it as well. So the more these kids are playing so early, I think in the future we'll have better quality players. And I can see that already, to be honest. Yeah.
So, would you say that schoolboy football um damaging the development of
All right.
players?
All right, let me tell you from my perspective. Football is football. I don't want to say it is damaging because they're playing football, but I think it is not enough. I think it cannot be the thing to develop quality players. If I would give you an example, and I have to use him as an example. If you look at Craig Butler,
No problem. Yeah, Craig
if you look
Butler. Yeah.
at Craig Butler, and he had Leon Bailey, and he had his sons and his kids, and Craig is focusing on developing the talent, the individual, as making that player the best in his craft as possible. If you look at the Manning Cup and even the Dakar Cup, like I tell you, those schools are not focused on developing talent; they're focused on winning trophies. So you would have players that come through their school. That example, if you put the best players in one team to play against the weaker players, they're going to look great. But if you do the stats and check how many players actually come through the Manning Cup that go professional, very few actually go to the high side because it's easy for me to go on the field with 10 other good players and play against. other schools who don't have the resources like a JC or a Calabar or a KC who can start camp from March till September and play many games compared to a Greater Poma who don't start training until September when school starts,
So
when the kids get much
you're
booked.
saying that the other players that you're playing against are not really going to give you
An
a
honest
fair
reflection,
on a
yes.
reflection. So you will look dominant in that
You look
game.
dominant, but as I said, technically, you have a lot of kids who look good at the Manning Cup level. But if you were to look at these players individually and put them into, let's say, a European environment with their same counterparts, European kids will be more technical. They'll have a faster speed of play because they are in an environment that are focusing on what you call IDP, individual development plan. Most of these international clubs, they have that kind of training where they take each player and work specifically. So if Errol Stevens is a good dribbler, we are working on making Errol the best dribbler there is. So every 1v1, Errol can get past this player. And you develop. And if Errol left foot is his weak foot, we are going to make Errol, say this week, I just leave the left foot we are working on. So therefore, we are develop the talent. And once the talent reaches peak, then we can sell this player to XXX. And I think hence why I have to refer to him again. Mr. Butler can always take one player, develop him, and sell him because you don't sell a team. You sell an individual. If you want Messi, you have to buy Messi. You don't buy the whole Barcelona. If you want Cristiano, you buy CR because you want him as the talent. And that's where the value is. But as I said, most of these Money Cup teams, it's about winning the trophy and the old boys get to brag about, say, yes, we win. But how many players are developing the right way?
True.
Yeah. So that's
So,
nice.
but I think the clubs, though, I think the club, all right, because it's a tug of war with school and getting players, because I've been privy to some information that, they started this academy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And schools and coaches and all boys are already want them players to come to camp for schoolboy football, and the academy is there developing these players.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is that I think the academy should have a school for themselves where they would school the boys. So
Mm-hmm.
anybody where them select and talk to the parents and them not going to play any schoolboy football for that school anymore. They're
Mm-hmm.
going to train at the academy, go to school at the academy,
Mm-hmm.
right? But a fight will be there.
Yeah, but that is similar to what if you see Mount Pleasant right now with the academy and the kids live full time here, they train some days 2 times a day. You'd find the talent here would be more advanced than a child who is going to a traditional school that only trains for the Money Cup season, which is like 3 months. And then for the most of the remainder of the year would be off. You get to find out here the kids train all year round. So they spend more time with the ball, hence they develop faster. And yeah. So but then again, like I said, not everybody have the resources. See Ryan LFC. Big up brother. Big up Ryan. Yeah man. Elite Sports TV, yeah, bro. So that is the thing. The kids, but that takes resources, bro. Takes a lot of resources to have kids living, feed them 3 times a day. Yeah. So
All right, Jeremy Lee said, big up Unseen and Errol. Um, Action entertainment, so that's how it's supposed to be. So yeah, like I just believe that, yeah, not every player will be not all the players will be at the academy, but because one player, two player from each school, that won't stop schoolboy football from play. That won't stop I think the coach. All right, so if my best player is at the academy, right, and his parents should remove him, should say our next man up should go and try to get our next player ready, taking place, right? I should have a program where in my school that if a player moves on, I can bring a player from under 16 and take him space, and the level and the quality is not far apart. That would be that I'm doing something right, I am developing properly, and then now the academy could see a next player and want to take him. That's how I look at it. But when you have the school now want to make sounds and say, hey, that's my player, and I gave him this, and he's supposed to play for me, and I think that's where our football is wrong. Like the tag and war thing with players, and it's mashing up our football, and the clubs, they're not doing what they're supposed to do in terms of development. What's your take on the clubs now in Jamaica?
I think, to be honest, I think the clubs can do more. I think we're at a level now where we see international clubs, and if we're copying international clubs locally, then I would think every Premier League club should have a grassroots team, or should even have an academy per se. It doesn't have to be that the kids come or live in at the clubs, but they can come every Saturdays, they can come during the week. But like I said, there's no shiny armor on grassroots. There's no big glamour from having grassroots. And it's not easy coaching grassroots kids. So people look past it. And like I said, the bigger clubs in Jamaica, they can just go around and shop up the talents that are there. And they're okay with that compared to just dealing with having their kids coming through the club from youth four, come all the way up. Yeah.
Jeremy
So
Lee said, Errol, remember when you went overseas, I think it was Vietnam, you said that you have to learn football all over again. Not Vietnam, it was what, Russia?
yeah, it was Russia and Thailand. To be honest, it was Russia and Thailand. Like I can tell you, technically, the kids when I went to Russia I was 21. Most of the boys at that age group were way technical than me. And yeah, man, I can tell you the truth. And playing on the surface also was a big difference because in Jamaica when we pass ball, we pass it. If we pass it too hard, a man say, "What kind of ball that I give you?" But overseas, you have to punch it in every time. So it took me a while to adjust to that. The speed of play was way higher. But what I had for me was that I'm big, strong, fast, very skillful. So
So we go again. We're not cutting, we go again. The speed of pass,
the speed of pass makes a big
the
difference in the game.
touch,
And the touch, your touch will be
and
affected because if you're not
and,
used to
and,
ball being passed at that tight
knowing
pace.
and knowing what you're gonna do with the ball before you get it.
Mm-hmm.
So
As I said,
those were some things that is very difficult to learn in Jamaica.
and
It sounds
also,
simple, but it's very difficult to learn in Jamaica.
yeah, man, and I can give you an example. If you're overseas and playing on some of those pitches, when a ball comes to you, it comes to you at one. It comes to you one way every time. It travels at one level every time. So if you're practicing shooting, you can close your eyes and kick a ball because the muscle memory will use to the ball coming in that one direction every time. So from an age of 4 year old, if you're doing control and pass, it's coming to you one. In Jamaica, every ball you get comes to you a different way every time because of the pitch we're playing on. So it might come to you this time flat, next time it bounce right before it reach. So there's no time for look up, for scan, for just be confident and say, all right, I can lock my eye and look over my shoulder somebody come because we know the ball will come at one speed, one level. No. So the quality of pitches need to improve. There's so many different little areas where because we keep saying overseas players. I think if we make the environment locally that the overseas players have, we'll have the same quality players here locally.
And that's our next issue again, Errol. Like the investment into facilities and into proper surface at a grassroots level, is not there. Like I don't know. I think the powers that be, like Ministry of Sports and just the government, to look at football or sports in general as a big means of income and a career choice of many that they can break out of brokenness. I
Mm-hmm.
think that mindset is not there. I think sports in general is still a recreational activity type of thing. You do it because it brings love or whatever, bring back the peace. But in
Mm-hmm.
terms of monetary benefit and getting rich, is like I don't know. Instead, they want to sectionalize it for certain people to get rich out of it, or they don't want every because sports can help poor people.
Mm-hmm. For sure, like myself,
quick, quick time I broke out of brokenness, man.
Yeah, man, like myself. As I say, I
Because you
grew up.
don't you don't have to be the best and go
No,
way up at the
and
top.
we put it
To
up
make
and
it.
change your life. So
They can do here, so MLS, they can do USL,
you
they
can
can do
do
Vietnam,
you can do Vietnam and you can do Thailand. It's a
and
perfect
rich.
example. Like I don't want to be rich, but if you look at it, I never get an EPL contract or
Are
an
wealthy.
MLS contract. Or but with the little that I got, I was able to invest it the right way, and hence why I'm in the position where I'm at now. I didn't need a million US dollar to do that. Just the right choices and the right investment could do that. So hence why I say football is a vehicle that can change life. I grew up in Seaview Garden, Portmore Lane. Anybody who come from Greater Portmore can tell you, say Portmore Lane, Craftsman, Newland. Till my move got Greater Portmore. So I'm not from any up, up background. And I don't even want to walk away from the stadiums. I went to Savannah Park Monday night. to watch the Premier League games. And believe me, if we had every stadium in Jamaica, I wouldn't say as big as Sabina Park or as,
Can hold like 2,000 or 3,000 people.
but if we have a stadium environment like Sabina Park, I would go to every game just for the environment because I could bring my kids, I could
The
watch my boys.
environment.
Yes, the environment says a lot, bro. Just the environment alone. My boys were sitting down blowing hands, and the environment was like, yes, this is where you want to take your family every Monday night.
Oh,
Yes.
I
So
understand what you mean.
yeah, man. So we need better quality. And as I said, we're gonna work up 98. We can do much better, I think, in terms of infrastructure right across the league. Even if we were to try to play all the games in like Sabina Park or Stadium, we don't know it would cost some money, but we need to do better with the surfaces that we are playing on currently.
Jeremy,
You.
hold on. I'm on YouTube now.
Go ahead. Take it down.
Hello?
Yeah. Am I live?
Yeah, live.
Yeah. Would I like to ask the baller some questions?
Yeah, you can ask
Can I
him,
do
but
that?
you're not gonna hear him back when him talk though. So you have to ask and then come off and listen to him.
All right. Cool.
Cause him a hear
So
you now.
I remember. Yeah. You ready?
Yeah, go.
Hello.
Yeah, man, him a hear you. Continue.
All right. So I remember when he went to Vietnam, he said he was to learn football all over again. Did the training out here in Jamaica fail you, and how you see the coaches improving over the last couple of years, and what do you think needs to be done? Because that's very serious. Because I remember you, and when you were playing for the national team, everybody was like, "Yo, you know what I mean? Yo, this guy is a real deal." And according to you, in the interview that you did, when you went over Vietnam, you was like, "Yo, you didn't learn nothing much. You have to learn over again. Never stop and listen." All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
man.
Cool.
All right. To be honest, like I said, I think what failed me, if I should use an example, the player that went to Italy the other day. When I look at certain comments that I saw in terms of his technical ability, in terms of just simply holding up the ball, his tactical awareness, I think in my generation we lack a lot of tactical awareness on the field. And our basic technical skills, simple to see it, like I said, the speed of play overseas is way faster, way faster. So if you're not used to that intensity, you're gonna look out of place. So yes, when I went to Russia, when I went to Vietnam, it was a complete different ball game. It wasn't about taking 3-4 touches off the ball. It was about how fast can we move the ball from point A to point B. To understand things tactically of when to press, when not to press, when to get behind the ball. I used to have my coach used to call me to training 45 minutes before and used to teach me about play. And I'm telling you, like, this was when 2013, about playing between the lines, moving, about holding lines. Because I used to be the point man striker, and me always want the ball. Anybody know me, more want the ball. So I used to always be dropping off into the midfield. Not saying they can't do that, but he used to say to me, say, Errol, drop between the line or hold the line, but I don't want you coming all the way down in the midfield for the ball. So stuff like that at that time, I wasn't used to coaches being so detailed.
Hey, you touch one point in the area. I don't want to cut in the area. I touch one point in the. You know what I'm saying? The Premier League, the coach them don't want to teach the man them. All right. So like you know you have your game model, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have your sub principle, right? Your sub principle, and so on. You have a tactical periodization. So if you have players who come to you, because in a Jamaica you have to be realistic. No player will come to you Jamaica is a Lionel Messi. Them have deficiencies. All of them have deficiencies. Now, you leave Jamaica and go in at the Mecca of football. And the man them have to teach you the football. And Jamaica Premier League, them don't want to teach them. The man them can't control it properly, them dash them way. Get somebody who can control it a little better, but him have different differentiation and they don't want to fix it. So I have an issue with these JPL coaches as well. In terms of at that level, them feel like them nothing teach certain things.
Yeah, but I'm going to stick up in for sure. If you are a coach at a Premier League club right now in Jamaica, you are getting paid to win, not paid to develop players. When you accept that job, no, Mr. Share the pressure where the coach is them under. Because sometimes we just put myself in everybody's shoes. If you are a coach at Tivoli, Mount Pleasant, Arnett, they wanted to win the league, not develop players. So if you have a player in the team and he's not, like I said, him can't control, him can't this. Most of these coaches don't have the time to say, hey, let me go work on this, even though they should. Because if you think about player development, yes, they can work on a player like that. But most of them, what they're going to do? Season finish, hey, John Bone can control.
But Errol, if the coach of Russia did think like that, you wouldn't let them know,
Yes, and so I'm tell you, it's the environment and the different thought process. Because
okay.
Yes, so as I said, over there it's a complete different thing. A coach will be in a team with different agendas and different responsibilities. Like locally, most of the coaches, them if they don't win, they're out. While and like I said, every club is different because overseas they more find clubs have different philosophies and different way to play. So you as a player come in, they try to teach you their way of playing. Because when I went to Thailand, I wasn't rushed into being the best talent. My club was looking more, how can I develop this player?
Go on talk a little bit, come.
Yeah, man. How can I develop this player and move him on to a next club to make some money off him? So yeah. Yeah, man. So that's what I would say.
There are a lot of issues because I believe that. All right, so I was at Lima, right?
Mm-hmm.
And different coaches came in and so on, and the mindset and the thought process that some of these coaches came with, I have to really question myself and ask if this is the right way to do things. And when we do look at research and ask questions and so on, it totally wrong. Like how we think of these players that they are at the level or they are there, and we're not trying to help them. I think we're using them, in my opinion.
Yeah, man.
We're
Yeah,
not
man.
trying to help them. I think we're using them because at the end of the day, you get a player come in. First thing you're supposed to evaluate the player because you want them to get better. And one of the best way to get a team to your team performance to be better is to fix individual deficiencies.
Yes,
Think about it.
But it goes full circle to what I was telling about doing players IDPs.
Right.
Because when you have a player and you look at him individually, when you look at the players individually, and you find out what, all right, John is slow, all right, Tom is weak physically. Let us look at Tom, how we can strengthen Tom because he needs a more physical presence. How we can give Tom some speed training because we need him to get faster.
Because at the end of the day, you not go down a grassroots go fix them, carry them up by your club.
No.
So when you get them and them have issues, and your team now perform, you need to carry them back at grassroots and carry them up.
Hence why
we're not doing that in Jamaica.
We don't have any grassroots program for the kids. That's
so basically, you said to me, say when a Jamaican player go overseas, the coach have to really believe in it and say, all right, him see something that is there, like the power, the speed in terms of running in a straight line. But can I get him to learn tactically these things? Can I get him to be a better version and put it and fuse it together? But it's a gamble. Some of them take the gamble still.
But I would give a perfect example. When I was in Russia, because my coach speaks perfect English, the first one I had before he got fired, and he would say to me that he signed me because he know that African players are strong and fast, and he'd want me as a winger. If he was to look for a central midfielder like a number 6, he would more sign a Spanish player because the Spanish players are more technical and able to do that role better than probably, not saying you won't find African players who play that role, but it's similar to the start. So in Jamaica, if you look at Leon Bailey, he's a great winger, skillful, CM DeMario Gray. We have certain qualities that if you focus on those, compared to other players, we are unstoppable. Because like I said, when I did the trial in Russia, I was 21. I never played a Premier League game locally. I signed straight out of under 21 when I went to Russia. And it was just raw talent. It wasn't, like I said,
the coach believed in you.
The coach believed. I wasn't technically sound. When we did a lot of the technical trainings, like I said, possession games, I would be the one losing the ball. Because the game was so fast. By the time the ball reaches your foot, 3-4 man press you already. At Jamaica, you get more time on the ball. So you have to see your pass early. But guess what? When the coach says squad match and he put me out on the flank, and get the ball on my foot, nobody can take it. Because I go fly past everybody. So I say, all right, this is my winger.
Oh, and they must say, all right, then, you know, so we can fix this. All right, let me
Yes.
fix them deficiencies. Because that's the first thing I look on.
Mm-hmm.
But him have speed. Hold on. 1v1, we can get him wicked.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I go fix him. I go take the gamble with that person.
Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm saying. If you look, most of our players that from locally that go overseas and play is mostly the strikers. Them, or if you have a big strong centre back, you would find our centre backs them like a Damian Lowe or even goalkeeper Blake. But if you look in the midfield, where every time we complain about, you know, with our national teams or any kind of football, we're not technical enough to play against some of these big countries who have the resources, who invest in grassroots, who develop technically sound players. And like I said, even the tactical side of it. When I was in Russia, we used to have to do 45 minutes every day before training start. Tactical. We sit down in our classroom, big players sit down and coach, walk with you, what you expect from this player and this position, where you should be in
So your role and responsibility
everything.
in a game model.
In game model, in every patterns of play, in every situation and the field, we knew where we were supposed to be at a specific time.
And also, one next thing to come here, people talk about it to them, watch other people game, them just train them team based on what them feel like, what them for train them team, and them go play. Now, when I break it down to them to understand, say, when you go play one team, just the man come in and tell you how the team play, how the forward move, and them give scenarios, game scenarios, clipping straight, how the man move, how the keeper, which part and weakness. So when you go into the game, you're well equipped and know once you get the ball, you know, punch it, who am I gonna run go, and all them thing there. Tell them about that.
But in the modern game, even if you just look at it, coaches nowadays have a big staff. They have coaches just to go out and scout a game, and with technology now, they can go on YouTube. If I was to play against at Tivoli or all the time, Mount Pleasant, I would sit and
No,
watch their game.
just use Kelly Williams Cup.
Yeah, Liberty, just like you. I told you, all right. I told you that last year we had. For people who don't know, I was at Columbus Prep one day under 13, and I told you that is your YouTube channel I use, not by myself, but with the other coaches to win that under 13. Because we would go on your YouTube channel, look at the other teams, under 13 teams, look for all the players who were threats, and then we would inform our players, all right, this guy is very fast, and we would adjust our team to then counter that team's best players are strengths, and we would find their weakness. If we had a fast winger, we used to have a fast winger, we'd put him on the wing against the weakest.
And this is at under 13.
And this is at under 13, and that was how I would sit down and watch all the games on your channel of all the teams that was in the under 13. So when match day comes,
so people hear that, and that is under 13. Key.
So it's very important. And
how many teams in the schoolboy football doing that? In schoolboy football in the starting from Pepsi doing that?
Well, to be honest, I can't comment on that because maybe you have coaches doing it.
So you will find coaches doing it, but not. I can't say it off the bat. Not you want in Jamaica for us to get better. You want 90% of 90% of the football at that level to be doing that, so that when the player reach under 15, under 17, it's just going over it again, going over, repetition.
Because
so
that helps the player.
And the next thing don't think the coach understand is that tactics is not only for us.
No, and that's what I'm telling you, that if all the big players, as I see Xabi Alonso win the Bundesliga the other day, I saw an interview where Mourinho said with all the coaches that he had, he would be a good manager. And the thing is, when you get to the professional level, there's a point where the players are as tactical as the coach that they have. Because if I am coached by Pep, I am going to learn some things that maybe another player is not going to know. So when all of us, I can be a coach on the field as well, because I can coach my players and say, hey, you should be here at this point. Not only up to the coach alone, but I am learning, I improve, So, and so I think it's very important. Like I said, we used to do 45 minutes technical sessions in classrooms in Russia before games, 2 times a week. And every session that I had, I was like, whoa. Because simple scenarios. I would be the number, I would be the number 9. And most of the time my coaches would say, hey, drop on the shoulder the number 6. Simple situation like that, where I would play between the 6 and maybe one of the wing back them. And just for him tell me, say, don't go too wide, just play on the shoulder the 6. So that way the wing back can come in, come mark me, and the 6 don't want to come mark me either, because he might try keep that area down the center of the pitch blocked up. So simple little tactical stuff that I would pick up, like that would improve my game at the time. When before I would just be out there and doing what I want to do or what I feel like is right.
Okay. So IT push, big up yourself. Ricardo Badger, big up yourself. Mr. United for the super chat. Big up yourself. Thanks for that. People, remember you can contribute to the channel by sending super chat and super sticker $4.99. And we appreciate everything. If ever $1 you send, we appreciate it. If ever cent, we appreciate it over here. And give back. Use this money to give back to the youth and try to get football better. We're at the grassroots and we're trying to get it better and things. So we're doing the work down there, right, Errol? Brian Brown said, "Big up, Errol. What are your thoughts on the recent 10?" Before you answer the question, how much more time you have?
I think maybe till 2:15, because I have a meeting.
2:15. All right.
Yeah, 2:15.
So we have 15 plus about 25 minutes at least. All right. So Brian Brown said, "Big up, Errol. What's your thoughts on the recent 10-1 result in Turkey?"
To be honest, I was following the score. I don't think the game was being videoed or streamed anywhere, because I was trying to find somewhere. So it's not a good result, but I can't comment on what the game was like to see or to analyze what was the problem. But hence, like I said, if we're losing 10-1, then we have to get back to the drawing board and figure out why at the under 18 level or under 18s are not at the level at a Turkey under 18. So it could be selection, it could be our players competent technically to play against. And like I said, losing 10-1 will show you that we are somewhere off.
True.
Yeah.
The report that I got is that the Turkey boy, them strong, physical, and just bounce them off of the ball. And the boys are not here. They're not ready as yet. They're not ready as yet. They're like playing at the under 15 level right now. That's what the report I got from.
That's what they got.
Yeah, like you need to go back at the dry. We now use that already again. Every time we get here, drawing board. Every time we go back, every minute we go back at the drawing board. What we don't say, go back on the training pitch and work on our deficiencies. That is the drawing board. Every time here, it just come like, make you get irritated,
Yeah.
It's drawing board business. Anyway, Errol, every time I listen to you talk about the knowledge that you have garnered abroad, you really should be a coach by now, and I hope that they don't fight you. Tell them, say, yeah, Sila is the coach, man.
Yeah, man, Sila is the coach, and I'm one present coach in the U13. So, yeah, I'm taking my time to work my way up.
2:30 change.
Yeah.
2:30 change.
Everything with God and time, man. So, yeah. And also, we're still learning. We're still learning the craft as a coach as well, because there's a lot to learn in that aspect. But yeah, everything will come full circle eventually. The playing side and the court side, yeah. So we are not good enough, plain and simple. Yeah.
No, the reality is,
that's the reality. Like I said, we have to, the development that we have here, if you should look at that under 18, I'm sure that under 18 is practically maybe a Manning Cup best 11. If and to be honest, I don't know the squad, I don't know the players on the squad, but I'm sure if we were to look at that squad, it would probably be the best under 18s from the Manning Cup.
Yeah. Dylan John, Martin Ellis, J. Light Smith.
And then now we're gonna say, all right, if we look at that and say that those are Manning Cup.
These are the players that we're talking about every day.
Yeah, these are the players we know what Manning Cup is, say are the best players we ever seen in our life. And this is what we've been saying every season. Every season at Manning Cup level, I see we glorify the Manning Cup players and say they're better than this, that. But I'm telling you, it's who you're playing against at that level. It's who you're playing against. And like I said, players are not being developed in Manning Cup. Players are just being scouted, put into one unit and playing against weaker teams. Example, like I tell you, I went to Greater Portmore, we would play against a JC or a KC and get 14 or 15 because we don't have the resources that a KC or a JC have. But these players, when they go against international, like a Turkey, I bet you any money those Turkey kids are from Fenerbahce or any one of those big clubs in Turkey, and they're coming through grassroots programs and they're coming right up. So those players would be way advanced compared. Like I said, I am not against Manning Cup and I'm not against Cup, but it cannot be the model to develop professional players because that is not. There's no Manning Cup team that their ultimate goal is to develop players. The Manning Cup teams are to win Manning Cup. The JC, the KC, the Calabar is to win, and if they don't win this year, next year they go and scout some players from the other schools who they could pick out and bring them come and they try to win again. It's not about building players individually too. Yeah, because school teams are not trying to sell players. JC is not trying to sell any player. Calabar is not trying to sell any player. Most of these players are at clubs anyway, and clubs without grassroots anyway.
So basically, the school, it kind of complicated. It's rough.
Yeah, it's complicated because, like I said, the kids play Manning Cup. The clubs take them from the club, from the schools to come and play, and like I said, yes. So until we have, like
it can fix though. I think it can fix it now. You see, if the powers that be in the school system, such as the past student, have a different thinking of say, all right, let me design something that I can help these players to get out there into the broader football. Not only looking just on getting scholarship to go to school, also looking at the pro level and saying that, hey, I'm going to set up a system where once my player reach under 15, under 17, I'm going to look clubs overseas. I'm going to look games or competition overseas. Give the team a different name or an academy name, like a JC academy. And then we'll say, all right, we're going to play a competition in Europe. It can fix it up, and it's still same from the school system. It's just how we look at it and the structure and just the ego in terms of winning only. And the objective, our objective, the objective to win a trophy and have history to talk about in a drinking rum or whatever. Just talk about the trophy that they win. Or your objective is to talk about, some a 5-player Aston Villa, a 5-player Real Madrid. Which one of them feels better to you, Errol?
Just like you said. And like I said, every day I'm here at Mount Pleasant and I say there should be 5 more academies like this around the island. Because, as I said, the time that these kids get to spend with the football and the focus is football, we need that year in, year out across the island. Especially, like I said, we have a lot of Premier League clubs. If you look at it, I can name 5 Premier League clubs that have like really good grassroots program. If you look, I think only Moby, I think, started one the other day. Most of the other clubs, you can't really see it. You can't really see. As I say, you have academies now that are popping up, and that has been the thing maybe for the last 5. I don't know how long, because I can remember as far back as when I was in my last playing days, Ballers was about. But now there are a lot more academies. I look at KFA. I was just watching them the other day they're in Europe all the time playing against clubs from Europe. So I'm not telling you it's not changing, but yeah, I think it can be magnified. We can have more.
The schoolboy football can help in development. It's just the structuring of it and the people who are spend the money on the program. They can fix it. I believe so, and it's just to change your objective. It's just a simple thing, change your objective and start to think about getting these players a pro contract. I say once them start think about that, we can start develop player better. It means that you're going to start think about the development of an individual, right? It means that you're going to give the individual opportunities to go overseas at where the football is playing at good surfaces. And some of these past students can do it. Hey, you have some man when are normal, man. Let them school, we have money, we can care up on 20 or 30 boy got friend go play for 3-4 months,
Yeah, but as I said,
what they are doing is just to focus on 3 months of football win it, go at the rum bar, drink. Yo, 10 times come here, we know what Casey have.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Bar
That's it.
talk.
Yeah, man. That's it.
Nobody
That's
know
the
want to talk about. Yo, me have 3 boys in Real Madrid, me have 3 boys upper Aston Villa. And me have 3 down away them there. A Craig Butler alone can't talk so. And it look bad. It look bad for football. Craig Butler alone can't talk so.
Yeah, man. That's why as I say, I'm always honest. And like I said, if you look at it, he's more focused on the individual. If you look
And
at it, check back Leon or any one of them, how many club football did they play? How many schoolboy football did they play? But the focus was on developing the individual. So guess what? We can't be too big for look in the mirror and look what we're doing right and what we're not doing right. And no one man is of the formula. But we
no.
can, yeah. But as I say, from my experience as well, even me, if I had someone spend more time with me individually and work on me, even though I did that most of my time, I think yeah, we need to put more into the development of the players at the younger age groups.
Yeah, so we reach a stage now, a part of the program now. I'm gonna ask you, yo, your plans now in terms of getting the I don't think we may finish the last part. We go maybe have to schedule another part 2 for the secure financial stability part.
Yeah,
But yeah, and the people, I'm sorry, you just work, and so we have to find a time to make this work. You understand what I mean? Because
yeah,
whatever busy, I run from class just to come get the interview done for Jeremy Miller, Ronald Rankin, and all the people on the platform. And remember, son, you can contribute to the people. The super stick and the super chat, man. Click Jeremy, Ronaldo, all of the man them contribute to the platform. We will give back to you them and thing, man. The super chat and super sticker is there for you guys. Anyway, so what is your plan now to in the because you're just in a region, northeastern, St. Ann, Portland, St. Mary. What is your plan, Errol?
well, for the region, like I said, to be honest, there's a lacking of football development from grassroots up. Like I said, I could start from the under 13, 15, 17, but like I said, the grassroots is very important. So if we can develop a system where kids are coming up through grassroots all the way up, we'll have better quality players. And then we'll have a feeder program for the same under 13, under 15, under 17. Because once these kids are constantly playing from youth 6, 7, all the way up, then it just becomes transition. They're developing with good coaches. So like I said, I'm just waiting to sit more with the JFF and see how we can put things in place to have monthly camps, whether it's 2 times a month or whether it's depend.
In
Like I
this
said,
in this area,
yeah, man, from St. Ann, Portland to St. Mary. That's what
where
I've
would
been
where,
trying.
where would they come?
As I said, we would go down maybe every Saturday to different parishes. So maybe one weekend it's in St. Ann, next weekend it's in St. Mary, the next weekend it's in Portland. And
Okay.
if we can find 50 kids across the age groups, if we have 10, we can start small. If we have 10 in youth 7, 10 in youth 9, 10 in youth 11, and every Saturday they know that we're coming down with good coaches to coach them and also have the coaches from those regions around where the information and the knowledge that we have can share with them and we develop. And like I said, all the coaches now who are doing the D license and the C license, they are learning things that the proper way how to coach players and develop players. I will take it from there. That is my aim for the region. As I said, being a part of the JFF board now is just to see how best I can learn. It's the big league. They have to deal with the country's football. So I've just been appointed. Need to sit in first and understand how things are run, how things are done, and then see how best I can share my ideas. Because everything I'm sharing with you right now is things that I would want to share with everybody on the board as well. Yeah, man. It is
Lovely,
not.
lovely.
Yeah, yeah.
Lovely. So people hear that man with the plans and with the ideas. And if all of these things are put in place, I can guarantee you that Sentan will produce some top qualities in the next 5 years. Yeah, at the international level. One of the things that they talk about is camps. Um, I think that we should have a competition. I don't know if you can design a competition in your area. between Portland and St. Mary and under 13 competition. It could get the funds and it could do that. But I would love if you could talk to the powers that be and get a under 13 island wide competition, which is streamed live by even YouTubers. Can we talk about money all the time, and a simple phone can video a game. And these are the stuff, because if you don't video the game, the one of the tactical part of it, you can't teach the players them.
Okay, if you show them error, what them are the wrong, I hope to correct it.
Make it I alone can see. So that is one of the reasons why we are way back in time in football. Just the visual alone of the game.
Hey man.
Think about it.
No, you're correct. Because like I said, we have teams that when they play, we sit them down and show them what they could do better. And every week a player improve. Because sometimes you telling them, they'll say, no, coach, that never happened.
You can show them and say, look at this.
Look at this. And say, hey,
no, coach. Oh.
Yeah, we could have done this. And they learn. So, yeah, it's a part of the game. All the way up. So, yeah. But like I said, it's not difficult to do if we have the support system. Because as I said, if we're having clinics in the 3 regions, every Saturday morning we have kids coming out in the 3 regions, then we can eventually have tournaments between the 3 regions.
So IT Push, what's your position at JFF?
So I am the regional chairman at my region, and I sit on the board of directors. So I'm a board member.
Okay.
So there are 11 people on the board.
Ronaldo Rankin is a CC man, Cornwall College. So him say titles will love win. You see the issues?
Yeah, man.
Problem? I'm a big person, full of money, and he can't send me a super chat. Ronaldo, super chat on the board. Yeah, though. People up in Ronaldo. Big up on yourself, people in the comment section. You don't know Mr. United IT Push, Sports Circle TV in the building. Bless up yourself, my brother. Big up yourself in enough love. People, make sure to go back to Sports Circle and subscribe to his platform. He's a track and field guru like myself. You understand me, people? Yeah, man. Yeah, so Errol, I know you have to go. You have your coaching meeting, and people, the coaches in Jamaica, they are going to get better. Based on the improvement of the JFF coaching school and what we're teaching, coaches are getting better. And Errol can talk about it. Errol, I wanted to tell the people, about the coaching before you go, because we're going to do a part 2 for the stability part.
Yeah, man, to be honest, I just did the C license with Mr. Speed and Lamar. Lamar is at Mount Pleasant, Speed is at Cavaliers. And to be honest with you, it was very enlightening. A lot of information. Like I said, in this sport, you have to always try to grow. And I can honestly tell you that the CONCACAF C license was well worth it. And I'm so excited about doing the B. As I said, I'm a player with a lot of experience, but there's so much to learn when it comes to coaching. As I said, the experience that I have will only be a plus with what I can learn from these courses. So after doing the C, there was a lot of things that came full circle to me when it comes to things that I did as a player and how to bring that into the coaching aspect and how to deliver it. It helped a lot. So yeah, we're just here to grow. And like I said, I'm doing things on the administrative side, but I'm still here coaching. And like I said, I honestly think I'm doing the coaching that most coaches don't want to do. And so I saw so I'm at the academy at Mount Pleasant. We're doing the grassroots, we're doing the U13, and the grassroots is from kids as young as age 5 to 12, and we have the under 13. We're just helping the kids develop as best as they can.
All right, so you're not with people, because when Unseen Sports say to I'm mad, he's a madman. And whosoever teach a course, them not to teach nobody, because they know we nothing. So the difference now is you hear it from a man with at the pro level in terms of playing, who went and learned from people who are different color, with green eyes and blue eyes, and they must say, Tony say, watch me now. The man never teach you thing good. So me don't know if it's next. So open understand say the man never teach the right thing. It's just now for the coaches to go out there and teach the right thing. Don't go back to them old business that them they have. Improve on what they have learned and try to do the right thing when you go out there. You understand me? Now keep on telling the fans that you have people who come out and say, oh, them now make speed teach him because 4 him get from Cincinnati. Who me now make peer teach him because him get fired from JFF. Him get fired from JC, sorry. Eh? That don't determine if the man can teach the course, brother.
No, man, I can honestly tell you that these, like I can tell you, I got the course from Mr. Speed and Lamar, and these guys have a wealth of knowledge and experience that they can learn from. And even me as a player who have been coached by big coaches, I can tell you, as I said, every license a different level. The D is one level, the C is one level, but I could learn from them things in the C license that I didn't know before. And as I said, football, there's so many dynamics to football. As you said, you have periodization, you have session plans, you have everything on how to develop good quality players. Like I said, I may have the experience of doing everything the right way, but how do I transfer that information from me to the player as simple as possible in the correct way? These are things they can learn from anybody. You don't have to look to Europe for everything. Like I said, there is Craig, but like I said, as I said, I know sometimes when people talk about Craig so much, it seems like an anti something else, but I'm not like that. I have to give a man in praise when praise due. And as I say, we have to look on it, say Craig, do with Bailey, what was his qualification when he was coaching Leon? More than going overseas and maybe see what they're doing.
And do the right and just copy.
Yeah, and copy it and do it back. So, and hence Harvard we had Bibi and they sent me Bibi and they were developing Bibi. So they did something. And after
Straight from Harborview.
Straight from Harborview. And after Bibi gets sold, everybody want to copy Harborview. So it's football, and once you're open to learn, you'll always grow. Yeah, but the minute you lock off your eyes and say, all right, because of Craig Butler, I'm not going to learn nothing from him, or because of Mr. Speed, I'm not going to learn nothing from him, then you cheat yourself.
True. Yeah. Like that. Anyway, people, coach is going to do his coaching meeting. He's going to, go through his plan so that he can bring across the information to his young charge, so that they can learn and can meet his objective in his coaching program. So once again, I want to say thanks to Errol to being here, and we're looking forward for a part 2 for the secure financial stability part of it, the show, where we talk about players after, if you're in Jamaica, what things you can do to make sure that you're financially stable after you finish playing football. Remember, it's not amount of the money where you get, it's amount where you save and invest. It's always important. Right? And the guru of money, Errol, we'll talk to you about that in the next show. Thanks again, Errol Stephenson. Yeah, man, big up yourself. Respect for coming onto the platform.
Yeah, man, thanks for having me. And viewers, thanks again for coming by and watching. Yeah, man, so bless up everybody.
Big up.
All right, well.
So people, there you have it. Boss Thomas. Boss Thomas. I'm currently the rights holder for a under 13 and under 9 competition that is going to happen in St. Anne's. So all of the games will be shown on my YouTube channel, rebroadcast and also live stream. What I will do, because I'm a man that I like to give persons work, and I like to share my achievement with people. So I will call like a MG Sports or somebody with camera to come and do it, and I will pay them to do it as well. So because I want good quality to go out. I want people like Boston Mr. United to see what Unseen Sports is doing behind the scenes in terms of development of players. And it's not me alone. You have Coach Meeks, you have other coaches in St. Anne's who help in the program, and it's on my it's at my school, and we're trying our best to develop these players. And I'm telling you, it's not about winning the game. It's about going out there, the players going out there and doing what I am teaching them. As you will hear me bark instruction on the sideline, Boss Thomas. And it's far away from the goal. I'm gonna leave a business about if the win, or just want to see the player do the right thing. So the ball coming to the wing back, he's supposed to open his hip, use his right foot if he's on the right side, control the ball there. First touch, supposed to put him put him going forward, stuff like that, and he's supposed to understand depending on how the other player is closing him, what should he do with the ball. You understand me? Those are the things that I emphasize on the coaching points in the games. It's not all about winning a trophy. You understand me? At this level, right? And people, come on YouTube and them bash and them beat and them, but that's your thing. And every day I learn and I try to improve. I use the constructive criticism, try to improve myself, go to my courses, study, practice, because I want to go all the way up. So big up people, big up the people that I always, encourage and nobody, with a negative, but I understand the people that have a negative. I'm not here to know. That feet because those words help me to try and learn the right thing. You understand my people? Now remember, share up the stream with people, get more people to come onto the platform, be a member, as in membership is there as well. You can be a member of the platform as well. We're trying to get Unseen Sports program to a bigger place, right? And your help will help to get it there. All right, people. Omar Mitchell, Tom Stranger, big up on yourself. Respect IT push in the building. IT push, big up yourself. You're a real soldier. You understand me? Yeah, man. Boss Thomas, Mr. United, David McKenzie, IT, Mile and Cut, big up yourself as well. Germany always I support the thing. Sports Circle, Ronaldo Wankin, yeah, big up Germany always. All the person who tours and yeah man, big up yourself. You understand what I mean, people? So it's just on a butterfly effect in a way then. Butterfly effect, we want Jamaica to get better right across the board in terms of coaching. But we have a serious problem in terms of management. The people who want to spend the money, they're not really allowing the coach to coach. And it's causing a big problem in our football in Jamaica. All right? It's causing a big issue with our football in Jamaica. And I just think that them have the power to fix it, Them have the power to fix it. I tell you. Because them have the money. Money is money. They are Jamaica to fix football. Money, people. Money they are Jamaica to fix football, brother. Money they are Jamaica. Some of them man, you have a manager where have shares in a BT with their Calabar. You have some people who want Sharon Williams or their JC. You have Bert Parts. We're in charge of some football, some things that some of my school them football wise. You have Phil's hardware, big old hardware, past 20 over the nice school. People now some filthy rich people in this Jamaica, man, who can help the football and develop in it. It's just I don't know, like we need to get someone who can write some story and make it look convincing for go to them man with the money so we can get some money if we just fix the football and bust some youth and some youth can make some billions out of football. But the money they are Jamaica, brother. It's just the mindset, brother. The mindset not right. We have to fix the mind. The mindset not right. Jamaica is very successful at it. So can the coach model be transferred to football? No, the model is there. The model is there, but everybody want to do them own thing. The model is there, bro. The model is there, but everybody think and them do them own thing. Omar said, Unseen, you missed my point earlier. Repeat, say it up, Omar. Respect Unseen. Oh, that me see it right. Omar again. Look, Omar. I'm gonna say Omar said more. Omar, I'm gonna say more. This one. While we work on development for the young players, while we work on development. Say no back where you want to say, Omar Mitchell, please. Sports on the ball. Big up the ever objective Unseen. Big up yourself. Corporate Jamaica want a new JFF board before the investment. They are the real interest though. Are they really interested? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That if the government interested in football, that is the government interested in football, brother. Because they feel like the 200,000 that they give JFF for LPL club or whatever money. Yeah, they feel yeah. Allegedly speaking, the $1 million what them want to get done them to keep peace, take it and give some of my football player them allegedly. Yeah, take it and get the football, get the club them in a St. Catherine. Yeah, that them for do. spend the money on developing positive people, man, and get them to be rich and make money. So we no so no more man we want thief and rob and extort people no infest the country, brethren. It's not a politics thing. The both of them want to love sports, and fix sports because a lot of money is in there. Hey, I'm telling you something, people. You see, COVID teach me a lot about choosing the career of sports in Jamaica. Choosing the career of sports in Jamaica. There's nothing for coaches, bro. Coaches like it's like a mediocre job in Jamaica, brother. Mediocre job, nothing for you. Yeah, man, a black lion, my brethren, they're black lion in the sports and the ball. Wolf, Wolf, them do a good thing down there. And they have good players as well. And they will get good players. Big up Wolf, Wolf do a wonderful job down there. He's in my C license batch as well. He's doing his course and, doing a wonderful job. What he learns, he is, administrated to his players and they are doing well. And you can say, oh, they are playing, they are doing the right thing. I'm not talking about just winning, what they are doing on the field. I see a lot of things where I'm just learn, him put out there to the youth, them and them do well. You understand? The goalkeeper, my production still in sports on the ball. He come from my team, Yuatan FC. Yeah, usually coach him at Yuatan FC. So he come from my team. Quality goalkeeper. Tell you. Pantry. Ask anybody. Which Wolf? Is Woolery Wolf? They want to play for Mount Pleasant. I remember I was saying Woolery, yeah, Woolery. Not Mount Pleasant, I want to play for Umblang and then we go overseas and play it as well. Anyway, people, I got my session now. You understand? Under 13 and under 9 players them. They need the coach right now to go and administer and teach them the right thing now. So I'm gonna take 20 minutes to design a program right now to try and so I have a plan going in the session and we can just deliver properly because you have to plan a session, right? So I'm gonna do my plan right now. So when we go to the field, we make sure I have everything ready and so on and get the kids them ready because I have a match Sunday and I want the video to go out. So Boston must know. So yo, unseen I just chat him and chat the boy them not ready. Yeah, that's how I mean. Yeah man, Omar Mitchell and all of them. Yeah, that's how I mean. So they can see the youth them. So they try best to get them ready. So they can go there and go a good showing in terms of quality, technical ability and so on. Scoring the goal and so on is normal thing. You know what I say? But that Boston must want to see some of the people them see the right thing. How we are move and the players them, education on the ball, which is important. You understand my people? Anyway, big up on yourself, love and respect. And people, remember someone can contribute to the channel, man. You can contribute, man. We accept anything over here, man. PayPal, super chat, super sticker, bank transfer, if you don't want to contribute to the program. Because we always need balls and equipment and all them things. We can link up on Team Sports half here and do the thing. You understand what I mean, people? Take one out on the pocket, man. Big up on yourself. Unseen Sports. Always on the scene, one scene. No crime scene. Big up on yourself. I'm out.